Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we get an update on Santa Fe boutique wines from Luke Otero. My name is. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guest, Luke Otero, Demetrius, and Wyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, everybody.
Luke Otero!
Oh, I threw McNew for a loop there, didn't I? Yeah, I got too enthused about the topic. Yeah, I couldn't help myself. So there you go. Luke Otero, we're going to find out what's going on with him. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, McNew said she had a great topic to talk about. What is that, McNew?
I don't know how great it is, but I saw a post the other day saying that, you know how malls are pretty much abandoned across the neighborhood?
Yeah.
They're not thriving by any
Malls
means.
are gone. Yeah. Oh gosh, here we go.
There she goes.
The poop face went up.
Face went up. Yeah.
She's heading to the restroom, so we're gonna have to. There's gonna be some time we got to kill here. So it's gonna.
Yeah, you know these malls are just empty, Steve. It's for the Silver Shoes Club.
Yes.
You know.
Oh yeah,
it's for
walking around the walkers. Yeah, the famous mall walkers.
There's a club for that now?
Of course.
It's always been the Silver Shoes Club. It's a
Silver
walking
Shoes
club. They get together and they walk the mall.
Oh yeah. McNew came back for a second, started coughing, went away.
Thing. What a professional.
What a professional, I'll tell you. Wow.
I will say we have some malls that are being retrofit with apartments, and it's going to be like, this is where like you send your people to die now. Outside of Florida.
That was my point. Yep. That they're retrofitting them to be retirement homes.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you guys retire to a mall, or does that sound horrible?
It sounds horrible. Yes. Yeah, I got to go down to the food court. I'll be back like I'm in the 80s. Yeah, hanging out at the mall.
George Julius.
Right.
Sbarro.
Yeah, I don't need that. No.
You know, the Mrs. Fields cookie the size of your head.
I'm hoping that I can write out my years independently in my own house. So I don't want to end up in any sort of communal living situation. And yes, I find those places to be very depressing. Yes, even the ones that are like, oh, it's cool. It's like a whole community thing going on here. It's fun. We have bingo, and we have we have people come in and talk, do tap dance routines and stuff. I don't want to watch tap dancing.
It's going to smell like a mall. Like, they smell like the food court and Bath and Body Works and Yankee Candle. It's going to smell like old people and death. It's not going to be the same fun experience anymore.
Well, do you think when you're old you smell yourself, or you think that's you're neutral on the old person side? Like right now we're all young and vibrant, but so we smell old person smell. But when we're that old ourselves, maybe we won't know it. It'll just be like, what? What's the scent you're talking about?
Do you know how much old people sex is going to be happening there? It's going to smell like sex all over the place. It's
actually a statistic that nursing homes have the most STDs per capita.
Yes.
Isn't that gross?
Nursing homes. Sure. Huh.
No, I won't be at there, McNew. No.
No.
I think I want to retire to a Margaritaville. I want to be drinking.
I would do that. I like that idea.
I think that's the vibe for me.
When I could just drive around in a golf cart, I like that.
Yeah.
Just cruise around in a golf cart.
Somewhere sunny all the time.
Yeah, sunny. Yeah, I like sunny. I like golf cart. I like going to little open air concerts. I'll just drive my golf cart over to that. Yeah. That'll be nice.
I kind of see myself finding there's a few nice places where I think I'd probably hole up to with a sleeping bag and lean against the door. There's a place in Arnold, Missouri called the ABV Barrel Shop. I'd probably found out front there.
Yeah.
There's a nice place in Union, Missouri at Nobleton's. I'm sure they'll take care of me if I just sleep out front, as long as I'm not a bother. And I keep the vermin away, do something. And Santa Fe Boutique Wines, I could sleep out front there. I heard they're nice there too.
Oh yeah, very good people.
I personally know that the ABV Barrel Shop has a nice sidewalk out front.
Yeah. McNew's tried it out. Yeah. She gets so annihilated. Yeah, she goes and sits out front.
Yeah, they have a covered patio. We don't. Nope.
That is a problem.
Just not. Yeah.
We got to work on that, buddy. We got to work on that.
You got to put a cover over there. Figure it out. You got to get my retirement.
Accommodate you're unhoused. Yeah, they're not homeless. They're unhoused.
No, they're unhoused.
Yeah, unhoused. So we got to
unhoused and elderly. You got to take care of those people.
Got to take care of those people, Demetrius. Yeah. What do you think you're going to be doing with me? You're so much younger than me. You'll be dealing with me in old age. Yeah, sooner than later, my friend. You probably got 3 or 4 good years left hanging out with me. Then next thing you know, a geriatric Steve, you'll be like, oh, this guy, he was a good friend of mine. He helped me out in the early days. I gotta take care of Steve. He's out sleeping in front of the distillery again. I got to build something so he can sleep underneath there. Yeah.
Demetrius and Stump have to talk to each other. What day are you going to have geriatric Steve coming up the lane?
I don't want to have to go into a home or something. I don't want to have to go into a home.
We need to start like our own animated series based upon geriatric Steve.
Geriatric Steve, yeah.
Here comes the Akeley mobile wheeling down the streets. Here he comes.
It comes right after Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Late night geriatric
Steve
Jim.
Well, I'll be rolling up too. I'll have dinner at 4:00. Sizzlers, and then head to your place. That's a pretty dandy little day lined out. Yeah.
No, I feel like you motivate him. Like you just give him a task. You like, Steve, there are 5 Glencairns in that cornfield. Go find them. And he'll be busy for 10 hours. And then collect him at the end of the day. Make sure he's tucked in. It's going to be easy.
He's a flashlight randomly shaking all across the cornfield. No, he's good. He's out there.
Glasses in the cornfield, Steve. Go get him.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. Be fine.
You know those carts they used to have in the supermarkets for kids that had the tall flag?
Yeah.
Or do the exact same thing in the cornfield.
Right, so you can track me down. You can track me down.
As Steve's going through, I'm like, no, he's fine. He's still within the boundaries.
It's still moving. It's moving on top. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Don't worry. Yeah. Luckily, the cornfield's only 9 feet tall. As long as we put it 10 foot and a half, we're safe.
That's it. There. You're good.
I'm good. I'm good.
We'll find him before the sun goes down. It'll be all right.
It'll be good.
What if the battery dies in the flashlight? He's out of luck.
Yeah, well,
you need to
get a tower. You get a tower in the middle of it, and then you can look down.
No, those cost money, Steve. We're going to do a flashlight. It's going to be a Dollar Tree flashlight.
A Dollar Tree. I get a Dollar Tree flashlight. That's it.
Let the dogs out. They'll find him.
The dogs. Release the hounds. He's lost again. Yeah, that'll be perfect.
We'll put a rope on you, Steve.
That'll be perfect.
The farther we get out, we'll put a couple 100 feet on that spool.
Yeah.
Well, once you hit the end of it, we're fine. Just don't worry.
Okay, all right. You think Darren will help take care of me? I mean, we gave him a good break, give him the job. What do you think? His life's going to be like dealing with old Jim and I?
He does seem like a kind soul. I think.
You think he's a kind soul? He's gonna step up. You think he'll step up in our old age and help us out?
He might. Yeah.
He will.
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
I believe.
On that note, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Swyatt on the set.
What am I drinking? I'm going to go with our local celebrity, Michael Steinkamp, and Investment Whiskey. Finished it.
Okay, nothing going on there. Nothing going on.
I got a pop.
No, I didn't hear anything. All right. I'm getting Katie. Luke Otero, you're next. What do you got?
Got the Willett Weeded.
Whoa, nice. Okay, yeah. I heard it just barely. That was enough. That was enough to take the lead. I'll go next. I've got Jefferson's Ocean. Jefferson's Ocean. There we go.
Which ocean is that?
This is
Jefferson's.
Yes, it's Jefferson's Ocean. Yes. I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't say. You think it would have to say, right?
So the regular ocean that just
23. Jefferson's Ocean. That's 23. It's on the Necker. Here we go. Swat on the set, please. Give me the respect I deserve at my age. That's horrible. That's the lead right now. This is where we're at right now.
Did you cork pop yet?
Yes.
He just snapped his fingers. He was just like,
I did not. No, I did not. All right, Demetrius, beat it. Go. You're next.
Well, since we're, bringing up investment whiskey, I've got one out here as well that I, thought I would drink tonight. It's this is the port cask finished. Investment whiskey from Michael Steinkamp.
Okay. Heard a little bit of desk hit, but no, I've still got the lead. I'm on the verge of winning this thing with the world's worst cork pop.
Fingers, Steve.
I can win it with a finger snap. Here we go. What do you got, McNew?
So I think it might be a bottle kill. I have a mash bill from the ABV Barrel Shop.
I think that's enough, probably. That was horrible, but that's enough. McNew's winning it with some just absolutely horrible cork pops, but no one's challenged you. Cheers. All right, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be update time from Luke Otero. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
Hey, I'm here with Steve, and he's an amazing man.
Well, what are we doing?
On the Bourbon Daily.
Yeah! Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're getting an update from Luke Otero of Santa Fe Boutique Wines.
Yes, we are. McNew continuing to struggle with her cold or whatever she's got going on there, but she's here. There's been times when McNew's been perfectly healthy and can't even make it a whole night. So yeah.
About to say she knows not to mix her cough medicine with her whiskey this time, so she just doesn't sign off after show 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. She's riding the lightning right now.
Oh yeah. Look at
She's doing pretty good.
Yeah. The one time she literally came on for 15 minutes and then just signed off, didn't say anything, just done for the night. Goes back to sees her husband, and he's like, "I thought your podcast." Like she's like, "Oh, we're done. We wrapped up all the shows." He's like, "That was like 15 minutes. What are they now? 3-minute shows?" Yeah.
Well, this is show number 4. She's doing good.
She's doing good. Huh? Yeah. Luke, so what's going on, man? What do we need to know about Santa Fe Boutique Wines? What do you got going on these days?
Let's see. We just celebrated our 10th year anniversary last year.
That's a big deal. Well,
and, thank you. Much against what the big guys were saying we'd survive or not be here. And, we started off with, Steve, 2 wineries, 7 wines. Right. And then in 2018, we brought in Willett, and that was a game changer. We brought in some other wines, and we're still the smallest distributor, but we think we got some of the best product in the whole country, some of the best whiskeys, tequilas, non-additive, additive-free tequilas, and some of the best wines from Oregon and from California. And so, yeah, we're doing really well. Lucas is pretty much running the show, my son, and
right.
We've got a sales manager now, and
does he do like reviews with you to tell you how you're doing in your job?
Yeah, we.
How do your 360s line up?
Yeah. All right, Pops. There's a couple things you need to work on this upcoming year.
He and I actually had that conversation in a restaurant in Los Angeles,
right,
in November. Being that I'm still president, but he's the managing partner, I said, well, I want to know, first of all, are you still happy? Number one.
Right.
And number 2, am I staying out of your way enough that keeps you that way? If not, I go, I'll either step up or step back. You tell me what. Right. And he's very, very pleased with Tim, but happy to say this, that I'm giving him just enough rein. And, still wants me around, so that's it. I take that as a good positive.
That's review. A positive,
yeah.
That's a good thing for sure.
That's a big thing right there.
No, and, we've got some other things in the fire right now that, thanks to him, he's. I always knew he would take it a little bit further than I had wanted to for multiple reasons. I wanted to build our foundation first, and I think I was able to do that, especially when we brought in Willett and then Buzzard's Roost and Hidden Barn and then some other wineries in Oregon. So his plans, they're going to be good, Steve, for the next 10, 20 years.
Okay. Anything in the works? I'm not expecting you to tell us what that is, because that's all private until it happens. You can't let that stuff slip out. But just from a perspective, is there anything in the works right now?
Yeah. There's a big name bourbon company that we're pretty close to getting on board.
Yeah, that's exciting. Wow.
It's pretty big, and that's one on the bourbon side. We're bringing on a brand new tequila from a 3rd generational family in Arandas in Jalisco. They own their own. They're completely vertical as well. They have their own fields, their own production facility, and their own bottling. So they're additive free. So that's a big thing for us. So that'll be our second one. And then we're talking to Tequila Seltzer Company, Stephanie. I'll definitely send you some samples.
Yeah, that would be fun for summer. Like tequila and seltzer just has summer written all over it. I love that.
Yeah, but we like about this one, it's all natural. It's additive free, because we see in the marketplace, that's where people are going to. High Noon is a very perfect example of that. And then the other thing brand new, Steve, is we just added a Korean spirit called soju to our portfolio.
Oh, soju, yeah. Soju's one of the biggest spirits in the world in terms of
world. Yeah. We had no idea. And then last August, some customers of Lucas said, can you look into bringing some in? We didn't know what it was, but the more we delved into it, everyone was saying, yeah, we can't get enough of it, including Total Wines. So there was a Korean importer that contacted us, and that's when Lucas and I went out to Los Angeles in November, and we met with them. And
I think there is a great opportunity there. To me, especially summer, as McNew talked about the seltzer being, it's a great summer drinker. Those sojus, because they're a little bit lighter in proof and stuff like that, and kind of a nice diversion when you're out. Well, I always like to think about when I'm out on that grill. Man, I don't want, and as much as I like high proof bourbon, I don't want 120 proof bourbon out there in the summertime with the sun beating down on you. I got the grill going. That's not what you want. That then, Demetrius? Is that when you want the high proof stuff?
A little bit of ice, it's good.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
I prefer the lower proof with the ice is what I end up doing. I don't know, but that's
so we've got a lot of new little things. Kind of cooking up. We're excited for the next 10 years, Tim. I think we're definitely in good hands with Lucas because all I want to be is a forklift operator next year. That's it.
Right. Perfect. Yeah.
Well, when was it that you guys started?
So we started our licensing process, Demetrius, in 2010. But as many of you know, the licensing takes forever. Yeah. And so it was in 2012 we finally got licensed, and then it was 2013 when we finally sold our first bottle of wine. So we 10 years old last year, and so
congratulations.
10 years of operations. 10 years of operations. That's 13 technically on record.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But like Lucas and I always said since the beginning, first of all, we're not going to do this as a hobby. Number two, we're going to run it like a business. And number three, we're going to control the growth and not let the growth control us.
That's huge right there.
We've had a lot of wineries send their wines to us. We've had actually some vodka people, some bourbon, some all different spirits. And we kindly, politely say, not at this time, or no.
Right. What I like about you is not only that the ability to say no, which is tough for distributors. They want everything in their portfolio, and then they'll expect the distillery to sell it, and then they'll deliver it and get their cut. You're not like that at all. So not only are you willing to say no, you dive in. You're a fan of everything that you do. So you start out, you're just doing the wine. So you're going to wine country. You're learning about the wines. You're learning process. You're learning the science behind it. You're learning the people of the wine. You're learning the different brands, the different regions, the different types. You learn all that. As you're thinking, well, okay, maybe we don't want all of our eggs in the wine basket. Let's get into whiskey. You dive into the whiskey, and you make all these great contacts, and you're going to the Kentucky Bourbon Affair, and you're going to sit at Bourbon's Bistro at the bar, and meeting people there, shaking hands, and you're doing all the things that we as fans are just doing because we like whiskey. You're doing that, but you're in the business now. Again, I'm not close to this, but it looks like you're doing the exact same thing with tequila now. You're going down to Mexico, and you're going to tequileries and seeing how they do it, and meeting with the people. And this is not the norm with distributors. It's really not. They're really actually pretty terrible salespeople for the most part. They work off sales sheets, which is are they good readers and able to present what's on a sales sheet? And that's really the extent of their selling. They're not experts about the products, and if you ask them questions, you can pretty much break through what their knowledge is. They have a few points that they try to sell you, but for the most part, they don't really have any true knowledge or passion about the product. They don't care about the product. They don't care about the brands. They don't even care about the industry. We get people calling us all the time to try to sell us barrels and stuff. Like, they don't care about the bourbon industry. They don't care about the product. They want to sell because they want to get a commission. They love the commissions.
You're right. You're right, Steve. And we've kept true to that.
All right.
And we're not going to change that. The couple of times in the wine acquisition, we kind of short circuited a couple of times. And both those times it came back and bit us because we let them come to us, and we said, and instead of us doing our due diligence and letting us get to know them better, we call it our dating process. It's like I told Britt Colesveen when I first met her she asked me why I was even there. I said, well, first of all, I want to know you like me and I like you, because if we don't, this is all academic. And I'll just thank you for the tour of your distillery. And she told me, she goes, I really like that. And I said, then let's build off this. And we did. 2 years later, Steve, you were one of the first to know, and Steffi, you were too. It was June 2018 that we found out, and I was on your podcast for the first time.
Yeah, right around that time.
First scoop on that. Yeah.
Yeah. We had just got back from the Kentucky Bourbon Affair, Steve.
Yeah.
So we every time we keep true to our standards, it's worked out, and that goes through soju. We met with this big importer, and we told him, listen, if you're looking for us to sell pallets and pallets and pallets, we're not your guy.
Right.
This is what we can do and what we will do, and they said we're okay with that, and we tell that to everybody. I mean, we told that to Jackie and Royce and Nate, and told it to the Colesbeans, and the Colesbeans said, well, first of all, we don't have that much to sell, so.
Right.
But in any event, every time we stick true to that, it works, Steve, and Lucas is going to continue that, and awfully proud of the way he's taking it by the reins, and I'm really enjoying just watching him just excel in this, because Steve, I'm trying to get him to meet all the same people that I've met.
Right, and that's important. Yeah,
and he's done that with like Jason and with Freddie Johnson, and
right.
Just, we go on, and in the tequila world, it's a whole different world, because
you gotta be present in that stuff, right? That's how you make things happen. I mean, so you think about this. Let's just go back to Bronner for a second. Bourbon's Bistro.
Yeah, there you go.
You like Bourbon's Bistro. You go there, you eat. You and I sit at the bar. We hang out. We have fun. Jason's our friend. And then Jason starts this whiskey company. At that point, he's not going to select anybody else but you when he wants to move into New Mexico, because you're there. You're there. He knows that you know his product. You're there from the beginning when he's talking about building this brand, when he's starting this brand. You're there with him when he starts it. He knows you. He's talking about it, and you're trying all the different things. You know how good it is. I mean, it's the perfect scenario, and that's what you have going on with what you're doing. So,
yeah, that was actually. They approached Lucas that night at Bourbon's Bistro and not me, which I was perfectly fine with, because he was already starting to run the company. I said, you need to do this. I've already put our name in a couple that, that hopefully they'll deliver this year, if not 2025. And, but he grasped it early on, and he's enjoying it. And Tim, to what you asked earlier, about my being reviewed, I always worry about his review, and he's loving it. And I said, well, that's good, because this is yours. This is what we did it for.
Right. Perfect. Very cool stuff, man. Any other questions for Luke?
What I hear here is the boutique in Santa Fe Boutique Wines really is boutique. You're on a niche strategy. You're going deep and limited, but when you buy quality, you only cry once. You're not going big scale, take over the world, this, that, and the other. No, when you come here, you're going to get that. We are only taking the best of the best that we have the relationship with. We truly mean boutique. It's not just a marketing name.
Yeah.
Which that's what I hear loud and clear. If anybody's listening here, you can feel it.
Yeah. And I got to think your relationships, Luke, are the same as like they are with the bourbon brands, with the stores you're selling to. I would think you have a great relationship with them, because you're a great person. You're a likable guy. You're a knowledgeable guy. You're never trying to screw anybody, which distributors are always working an angle. They're always screwing something up. Again, talking in general, not talking about what you're doing, but that's what you're dealing with. That's the reality, and that's what you end up thinking about when you think about distributors, is all the stuff they mess you up on and try to screw you over.
That's just we had our new sales guy, Chris Romero. He's incredible. If you think I'm nice, he's even 10 times nicer than me.
Really?
And that's saying something here, Mr. Otero.
He's got a reputation, and he was a mixologist at a bourbon bar here, and he knows his whiskeys, and we're teaching him the wines. Lucas and I are teaching him the wines, but there's nothing he can't talk about anything about whiskey. And so it kind of, when we go see a customer, either on-premise restaurant or off-premise a retail store, they stop for a second to say, the Oteros are coming, boutique wines and spirits are coming, and they've got something good. So we're going to make time for them. We're not bugging them every week like the others have to. They've got quotas to sell. We don't.
Right.
Sure, we're out there selling and we're moving things, but we're not dependent on, we got to move this week in order to do this. It's not that. A southern wine and glazier guy came up to me last year and said, I wish I could had your portfolio. You just have to sell one case of wine versus the 20 I have to sell. And I said, that's own your own business and you can do that.
Right.
Don't have all that real estate and all that overhead, and you can do that.
So the other thing that's new is we're moving right next door to an abandoned brewery because they have a bigger warehouse space to accommodate some of our newer product lines, and that we're getting a new tequila in next month. We're getting the soju came in actually this month, and we've kind of pre-sold most of it out. So it's we're moving. And I told Lucas, I the next time we move, it's on you, man. It's not me.
Yeah, this is it for you, right?
Yeah. I'll still do the forklift, but
yeah. Well, there you go. That's what's going on with Santa Fe Boutique Wines, what our buddy Luke Otero is up to, and talk a little bit about the great business that he has going on, and good stuff. We'll wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Tim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at Our Flagship Whiskey and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right, Luke.
You can find us at Santa Fe Boutique Wines on Instagram, and you can find me on LinkedIn.
All right, Demetrius.
You can find me on Nobleton's on Instagram and Facebook, or Demetrius on Instagram and Facebook.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew, ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We also have a company website, that thing's abvnetwork.com. And that's when you got to check out everything that we do is out there, abvnetwork.com. Check out all the things we have going on. And while you're out there, why not jump over to abvbarrelshop.com, where you can sign up for our email distribution. You'll know what inventory we have, who's coming to the shop, all that good stuff and more. abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV
Great job today, gang. Farnance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store, where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening, and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.